Hello, today I'm starting a new series of 40 sessions based on a cochlear resource sound foundation for babies. I have finished a series of 40 sessions on sound foundation for toddlers earlier, but I realized more and more younger babies are going for cochlear implant now. At last, we have recognized the importance of early intervention. Many hospitals, educational institutions, and clinics have started doing newborn hearing screening as mandatory. Therefore, younger and younger babies are getting diagnosed with hearing differences, and if they have profound sensory neural profound hearing loss, cochlear implant is recommended. So more and more babies are getting cochlear implant, and their parents need lot of guidance. Even in India, we have seen that the concept of neuroplasticity is well established and understood and recognized now. Also, many professionals and even parents recognize the hearing loss as neurodevelopmental emergency because it depends on the auditory development, auditory brain development, which goes very fast in the first 2 years of life. Now, when the babies get implant at the age of 1 year or even earlier than that, like in India, we have many babies who got cochlear implant at the age of 6 months and bilateral simultaneous implants also. So these parents need to understand how to manage the babies, how to help the baby to develop speech and language at par with the other children and babies who have typical hearing. For that, what we need to do is to understand that these babies cannot go to school to learn the language or speech. The language is learnt at home from the parents, siblings, extended family, from all the people. If you want your baby to develop spoken language communication, then you have to talk about spoken language communication. You have to communicate in spoken language to the baby, so the baby can, and also be careful that the baby is listening. When the baby is listening and is getting exposed to spoken language, the spoken language communication happens by itself. Now that brings us to the parents, the role of the parents. We have to empower the parents. We have to train the parents. The parents have to understand what is their role. How can they help the baby to develop spoken language communication so that the baby can go to a regular school later and communicate at par with the other children of the same age who have typical hearing. So in order to power the parents, you as a parent, if your baby has got cochlear implant at the age of 1 year or before 1 year, this program is most applicable and appropriate for you. I will have 40 sessions, and in this program, the 40 sessions are well structured and organized scientifically on the basis of auditory hierarchy stages and stages of speech and language development. Again, we take the objectives, the goals in 4 areas: audition, receptive language, expressive language, and speech. And after being careful, after understanding what are our goals, we have to think of the activities. And the activities I will be talking about will be daily routine activities which you are using by default with the baby in your daily routine interaction with the baby. So through those activities, how are we going to push these goals and see that the baby is developing speech and language very fast by listening? Again, as a parent, you have to understand when to talk, what to talk, how to talk, and why to talk. So coming to all these 4 questions, let's start with the first one. As a parent, we are telling you talk to the baby, but you need to understand when to talk to the baby. You talk to the baby throughout the waking hours of the baby. You talk to the baby when the baby is giving you eye contact. You talk to the baby when you are playing with the baby, you are interacting with the baby. You talk to the baby when you are sharing a book with the baby. You talk to the baby when you are singing a song. And whatever you are doing, you are talking to the baby. But this talking should not be like a long commentary. You have to learn what to talk. So what you talk about is what the baby is interested in, what language is relevant to the baby, what language is meaningful to the baby. So talk about present. Talk about what the baby is doing, the activities. Talk about what you are doing, your activities. Talk about the objects the baby is looking at, pointing at, or handling and managing those objects. Talk about those objects. If you are doing something with any object, you are doing an activity, talk about that. For example, if you are playing with the baby and blowing bubbles, then you talk about bubbles. Look, the bubble go up, 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 down, pop, it's gone. So you're speaking and waiting, speaking and waiting. After every sentence, there is a short pause and wait, giving the time to the baby to listen and understand and react. So if you are doing something like, suppose you are making porridge for the baby, then you say, Mama is making porridge, baby is hungry, baby wants porridge, hold on. You want to have some porridge? Open your mouth. Yum, yum, nice, tasty, yum, yum. So you are talking to the baby like this. That is the language you are going to use because baby is tuned to that language at the moment. So whenever you're interacting, playing, doing anything, talk to the baby about the same activity and the same object. Now how to talk to the baby. You don't talk to the baby like you talk to an older child. It's not the same way. We all use what we call motherese. Our voice goes up and down in intonation. A lot of suprasegmentals are used, like how the mothers talk to their babies generally. Come my sweetie pie, I'll pick you up. Come to mama, mama loves you. You want to sleep? Okay, let us sleep. I'm going to sleep. And you sing the song Alori for the baby. Like this, you go on talking to the baby. Remember, if you make the listening pleasant and fun and interesting and easy, the baby will listen. But if listening is difficult and boring and not meaningful, baby will not listen. So it's up to you how you develop the listening skills of the baby by using these strategies. I'll be talking about all these strategies in detail at every session where you will use the listening strategies. So why the question is now, another thing, how to talk is be careful about the environment. You have to talk in a listening environment. You as a parent have to create a listening environment. What is listening environment? There's no background noise. If there is a background noise, then the baby cannot hear you properly and stops listening. So check that the TV is not on. Check that no traffic noise is coming in your room. If it's coming, close the windows, put the TV off. Check that your mixer grinder, AC, or any other electronic item is not making noise, put it off. So see that there is a quiet environment in which you talk to the baby. Another thing you have to remember is that you speak in the auditory bubble of the child. Now, what is auditory bubble? The babies can listen to some extent, to some distance. They cannot listen from a far distance at this stage. Slowly the distance increases. So in the first month after switch on, the auditory bubble is 1 meter. That means even if you're sitting or standing and whatever you're talking to the baby, the distance between you and the baby should not be more than 1 meter. So you have to be within a diameter of 1 meter when you're talking to the baby. The last question, why to talk? It's scientific to talk. The researchers have shown that a child who goes to regular school on average is 4 years old. So when a 4 years old child goes to a regular school, by that time the child has heard 46 million words. How many words your baby has heard? Think of that. And if you break down the statistics, the research also shows that on an average, every child hears about 1,730 words. That means in 1 hour, you and your family is giving to the child 1,730 words. Now let's calculate. If your baby has got cochlear implant at the age of 12 months, then the deprivation is for how many hours? 12 multiplied by 30. So 360 days deprivation your baby got. Now if in one day your baby is awake for 10 hours and you're talking to the baby, so the baby is getting words in 10 hours, so 300 and 600 hours. Now in 1 hour, the baby is bound to get 1,730 words. So multiply 3,600 with 1,730. Whatever figure you get, that is the number of words the baby is behind. We have to fill that gap. That is why we need to talk. We need to talk to the baby. Now we need to also track the progress of the baby. Is the baby listening? Is the baby progressing? Is she developing the speech and language as expected? How many words, vocabulary the baby can understand? So this support material is provided on the website and you can download it. You will also get how to see that the baby can hear well with the help of Wing 6 sounds. You also have all auditory hierarchy stages. You will also have all language and speech development stages at which you can coordinate with your child's age what you should expect from the child. So in the meantime, remember all this and enjoy playing with your baby and talking to the baby. In the next session, I will start with the first session after switch on with the goals and the activities. But if you want something more and you have any question, please write in the comments and I will answer that. Thank you.